Okay, we're live now.
Oh, came up. Yep.
Yep, we're live. All right, cool. Hey guys, be right back. Ronnie G says, "What's up, Ronnie? What's up, Miles? Paula? Yeah, Miles. So yeah, I figure we'll talk about that stuff right away. But the social credit system, I guess, is what they were calling it. That's what you're talking about, right, Miles? China's social credit system, and you're thinking our whole world. What's up, Dark Truth? I sent you a LinkedIn if you want to join in. Yeah, I've been pushing snow nonstop, nonstop. So the social credit system, as far as China is concerned, they're consolidating everybody's IDs underneath the digital format, and if you go against buck the system more or less, they take away points. Is that what it is? And then they have the ability to take certain privileges away from you. If you don't adhere to the principle, the quote unquote principles of the system. And I guess what was it? There was a country that's it's a small country. I think it's in Russia that did this at first. What was it called? Do you know, Miles? What the hell was it called? Estonia. Yep, Estonia. I thought of it just as you wrote it. Estonia. And yeah, True Stream Media, they're on this digital thing. They've been talking about AI and its integration into the social credit system. And, you know, this whole topic has come to my attention via me being censored. Well, it was that Greg Braden part of that Cycles of Time video. Remember, Jerry? Cycles of Time that I did. And Dark Truth agrees with Miles. They want everybody kissing their feet. But yeah, I had to go to thought police school, censorship school, and it was because of that Braden part of the Gaia. It was Gaia. I found out that they wanted me to take the video down, so they contacted YouTube and told them to take it down. And when I put his name in the video description, I put the video in the video description, you know, and I'm not monetized on that video. So what did I violate? All I did was promote their channel. Don't you guys agree with that? You know?
Yep.
I mean, it's free publicity for them. I don't know why they would do that. It don't make sense. You know? Maybe because my perspective on his video was better than his. I don't know. Maybe in his mind. You know, I don't know what the hell the big deal was, because I pretty much propagated his information. You know? And it just goes to show you that the haves hate the have-nots, no matter what the freaking situation is. And that's the reality we face. And what are we going to do about it?
It's come that because the radio was just talking about out in the chicken coop about a cashless society. So, you know what I mean? It won't be long for the United States under that cashless too. And then you don't do right, they just turn your chip off.
What's up, Gary Baxter, my brother from another mother? Yeah, if nothing else, you know, guys, I'm trying to get this trip together. I'm trying to squeeze the keys out of my old lady's hands. You know, I'm trying. I want to go more than ever. Maybe if I make some more money doing plowing and hand her $500, she'll give me the keys. but if nothing else, I want to see at least a few of you people, you know, because, you know, I consider you guys my family.
We all here together, that's for sure.
Hello, Angel. What's up, sweetheart? But yeah, I want to talk about what do you think about the social credit system, Jerry? Do you know anything about it?
Not really. Yeah, I never really looked into that.
Miles says the haves get too selfish and greedy, and socialism comes about because of it. They bring it upon themselves, and everyone suffers. Yes, they create situations so it's react. Scan to computer is no longer activated. Network connection to printer has been lost. Good. I don't want no network connection in my life. I got so much shit going on in my computer right now. Hopefully I don't get what's up, my skies? My brother from another mother as well. What video and what person? I'm talking about that Braden video, and it was that Cycles of Time video I put out about the cyclic nature of our planetary system as a whole. How we go through ice ages and come out of climate change and go into climate, and how global warming is pretty much, we contribute to it, but I think it's a cyclical thing that just happens.
That came out like right around when we was talking about the 72 bricks or something in the cycle and everything. That was around that same time.
The middle class will be merged with the poor into a welfare state, all under the rule of the God King, super oppressive rich people.
Just like be rich and poor.
Well, it's already that way, isn't it?
Yeah, they're taking the middle class out. Well, that's why there's no mom and pops, gas stations, hardware stores.
Buys right in, it's right into that whole freaking why the monopoly thing is allowed to go on now. That makes sense.
Like the war, they tell you all about this war and they show you pictures across sea, but they really don't show that they're the ones taking our jobs. You know what I mean? They own all the gas stations and the motels. And
what's up, Hellcat 707? Nice to see you here. But yeah, we're talking about how our country is being led by the nose into the social credit system, like China's got the digital environment and the ability to steer us in every direction they seem fit. Miles says all our trade tariffs have sent all businesses to guess where? Yep. Our good buddies in Israel. Yeah, our good buddies in Israel. Yeah. Benny, you mean? Ben? In China, too, they scan everyone's face and they say that AI can read minds and can tell what that person is about to do. I call BS on that. Yeah, I call BS on the AI read minds. But they do have facial recognition because, they have it here in store security.
Weren't they trying to do that over in Canada? They was putting them towers out there. It went around YouTube or whatever where they could read your thoughts before you even committed the crime.
Oh, I think what you're talking about it more has to do with the your digital imprint online and what you've left and what you're watching and stuff like that. You know what I mean? That's what I think you're talking about. But the towers, I don't know what you're talking about there.
I seen it. It was like a year ago or something, and they was trying to put them things out or something where they could read your thoughts. So if you was thinking about robbing somebody's house, the police could get there and get you about time you showed up to do the crime.
Right. And yeah, Miles says exactly what I just said as I was saying it. He says algorithms will be used with psychological profiles for this. And that's exactly what I was just saying. Right.
That's why I said about Sim City. You know what I mean? Everywhere you tote that phone, you're toting that chip around, and it knows how fast, when, what you say, what you look at. And it's sitting there building like a DVR, building a database about you in a Sim City in that computer.
Gary Baxter says Israel is hooking the moon up with 5G too. Well, this is what happens when we are in literal hell. This will continue until we grow enough that we ascend this hell. Yeah, that's very true. And does this all keep us from that is what my point is with the show today. To discuss or to be disgusted is what, essentially why I named it this. Should we be disgusted with our own trivial hell? Because literally this is hell. This is the devil's world. This is, Yaldabaoth is the devil. The demiurge is the devil, is Satan. We are
That's
living
why I
in
say
Satan's realm.
the key ain't to throw you in, it's to let you out.
Right, right.
Yeah, for sure, dude. It's definitely the system of it down.
How is 5G mind control? Everybody on a bus except the driver and not allow him to crash. Right. That's from 5D. He's always looking at the alternative view. I agree with you. 5G will mind control you by taking all of your info. We're already in that realm, I think, Miles. I think we are already in that no privacy situation. I mean, I don't think anybody that thinks they are free of the tyranny of information leeches is being honest with themselves. You know, think about that, right, Jerry? I mean, everything we do is we're under the thumb of somebody. I mean, our information is always there.
Well, that's Metallica. Remember they sung "You Can Do It Your Own Way if you do this how I say." Well, you know what I mean, and justice for all. Because in the Bible, justice and judgment are just, you know what I mean, and righteousness are the same word. If they sung judgment for all, nobody probably would have listened to them.
And you know, Miles, my point is should we continue being stuck on what we obviously are already a victim to, or should we discuss it and figure out how to rise above it? You know what I'm saying? I don't know if that makes sense. And is that a futile prospect? You know, that's the question.
Because they've spent a lot of money in research how to save our butts too. You know what I mean? Because we all get old and we all need doctors, and you know what I mean. That's all the king's horses, all the king's men couldn't put Humpty Dumpty back together again. You know what I mean? There's still, and then there's this platform and this knowledge given to us. You know, where we can all come together. So yeah, it's not all bad.
Eric chimes in. Sorry, Jerry, I didn't mean to cut you off. Eric chimes in. People on the 5G scare fast on how it could be used. Meanwhile, never investigate to find out how it has been used since 9/11. It's just another distraction. Yeah, that sucks. Angel Fiery Petals. I loved my stepdad too. What did you say? My stepfather, rest in peace, used to travel to Germany. Works on the motherboard in the computers, and he lost his mind because of what he knew. They were doing this back in the early 90s, she says. Well, I have an aunt that an IT guy. Eric's an IT guy. You know, Eric, you would know that. I mean, there's back doors to everything, isn't there? I mean, but I mean, my aunt's IT guy works for, I can't remember where he works for, but he wouldn't talk over the phone to tell her that some things are within our near future that. Yeah, right. So Eric knows. He says, "Why do you think I don't use certain products?" And you know, he has done that right on live streams before. But yeah, I think everybody's over at Leak Project, aren't they? Because he's talking about the winter weather. Now think about this: 3 feet of snow in Flagstaff, Arizona. What do you think of that? 3 feet of snow in Flagstaff, Arizona.
Where's my other bird?
Did you hear about that, Jerry?
I heard on Rex there, but I didn't ever watch it. I tell you, man, I really don't watch a whole lot anymore.
You know what? I've been staying away from YouTube myself too lately.
I mean, the Bible says they'll run to and fro and not find the word of God. Well, that's because, you know, I mean, sometimes you gotta stand still and look inside.
Jerry's out shooting at buzzards because they're holding down they're suppressing his duck and his chickens. Cold hearts and cold words cause cold weather. I wish it were that simple.
Yeah, really.
Angels cheering you on. Get them damn buzzards.
Well, you know, when it's windy like that and the wind's close to the ground, it's easy for them to dive in like that.
Hellcat's saying, don't bother them chickens.
My wife would be mad something happened to her new duck.
She got a new duck? Oh, yeah, that's right.
Second one, yeah.
What did you name it?
Quack it.
Quacked
up.
Quacked up. Quackhead. You got Quackhead and Quacked up?
Yep. Yeah.
Well, that's like Mama used to call me. Hey, can't get right. Get your brother ain't right. Get the fuck in the house. Paula's coming. She's going to add her 2 cents.
Good. She's on a mission too.
Oh, yeah.
Some of that charity work.
China's already got their whole system 5G up and running, don't they? I've noticed recently AT&T's got commercials all over the television about 5G and evolution of 5G. What up, Paul from Newcastle? Paul from Newcastle's in his house.
Right.
Seth Dominus 777 is in his house.
I took my.
And he or she says China has a social score for you already. I would probably have to agree that even our government has a social score. Well, this right here, I still haven't heard back from the Fed about my gun, dude.
Wow.
Yeah. So, that was back in October. I went to go buy a gun from.
Well, shotgun, I never had to wait. Even a 22.
I mean, when I first bought my rifle, there wasn't even a background check.
Yeah.
There was a background check, a post background check. You had to fill out some form, but I mean, you could walk right out at the same time you wanted to buy it.
Yeah, the hunting rifle now they held me back a week on that. But I mean, I hate the guns, but if it weren't for that, you know what I mean? How would I protect my birds? And I never really shot any of them buzzards to scare them off. They don't come back.
Right. But yeah, I mean, so my brother's got a conceal and carry. So I told him, hey, go get me a gun. He walked in, got a gun, walked out that quick.
Well, that's where they was trying to stop that anyhow, because a lot of these Metrolina expos that have them gun shows.
Yeah, I used to buy through a guy that was at he was a gun show dealer.
Right, and they was having a lot of problems with, going, as long as you got cash in hand, they'll sell it to anybody, pretty much. Right,
and there is a loop in that law, that the Fed law, that any proprietor or licensed firearm dealer, after 3 days, if your background check doesn't come back, they can give you the firearm. But then there's a lashback from the gov, I bet.
Well, there's some animals we got to keep in a cage, dude.
Right. What's up, cheesesteak? Glad to see you. Yeah, I mean, hey, Paula, how are you, sweetheart?
I am fine. When we speak, precipitation comes out of our mouth. Sometimes we even spit when we talk. Yeah. And it is by our energies that we create the storms. It is by our cold-hearted actions that the bad weather is created. If you say something mean and hateful to somebody, you think that just happened in your house? No, that left your house. That reverberated like a drip of water in a pool of water, and the ripple effect goes out throughout the whole world. The precipitation from our mouth goes out there and joins that precipitation and causes the storm. And then everybody wants to come together and say, let's stop the storm. Well, why do we stop it before it happens? By controlling our mouth. By, like the tarot card, strength, where the woman is closing the mouth of the lion.
Is that why a pig's got an apple in his mouth?
I don't know, dude. I'm just telling you what I know. It could be why a pig has an apple in his mouth. It could be another way of looking at it, yes. But I'm not wrong. I'm just telling you.
No, I'm not saying you're wrong. I'm just saying, it very well could be.
I've been saying that for a while, though, that the earth reacts off to us, and that, maybe that's why we're supposed to remember the Sabbath, not dismember it.
I like that. I like that a lot. But yeah, so we have to get our mouths under control. It is that simple. It really is.
Yeah, and I don't know. It's in our divide and conquer society, that seems to be a really tall order in the big scheme of things. And you know, I have not lost faith in humanity, nor will I ever, because you know, without that, what do you got?
Right,
you're willing and able.
Yeah,
is that a Cain and Abel reference?
Well, I hope so. I think it is, because it's totally, Cain is like the cripple, the one that's unable to communicate properly, and Abel is the one that is not crippled, who is able to communicate properly.
Your mind's eye of understanding, the eye was healed.
Yes.
Have you guys seen that SGD Sacred Geometry Decoded videos?
Not yet, but you mentioned it before I came in here, and I went, and the link is above in the live chat, and I subbed the channel, so I will be.
Yeah, that guy's got some excellent information. It ties right into everything that we've been learning from Phil, as far as the squaring the circle and how everything is interconnected. I mean, on the number scale, or on the number level, on the audio level, on the visual spectrum level, on every level, everything in our paradigm, in our divine matrix is connected. And it's by one sole proprietor, and that is the all-knowing, all-seeing us, God.
Yes. Yes. You know, and so that's why they can't stop us. That was another thing that was mentioned earlier before I came in. Can they stop us with their 5G crap? Hell no. They wish they fucking could. They might be able to slow some down a little bit, but if you're like you in your plow truck and we're plowing through anyway, you can't stop me now.
So what kind of precipitation do we get with them kind of words, Paula?
We get better precipitation. It's healing. It's healing precipitation.
That's why there was snow in Oz.
You have to speak against their magic, their dark magic, with the truth, with light magic. That's how you come against it. And that's what they're trying to stop. And I ain't shutting up until this body gives out.
I don't. You cannot defeat armies all by yourself. No, we're not all by ourselves, though, Miles. We can be an army. You know.
I think they know, though. That's why their symbol's the peacock. We all find our true colors.
Yeah.
Hey, I wanna address this again, guys. The word "they" is disempowering to us.
Dude, well, how are we going to ever speak without using that word?
Well, I'm saying, when you use that word, it disempowers us.
Well, so if we say "they" and that disempowers us,
say we. Say we were doing. Say we're doing it. Say we're doing it.
We are doing it to ourselves. If we allow what they're doing to us, we are allowing it. So it makes total sense. Yes, I agree.
There you go. Because then we're not disempowering ourselves. We're empowering ourselves to make the change, is my belief in that.
Yep. And you are correct.
So, you know, I'm not trying to split hairs, but I mean, because if everything is done by our words, and words are swords, swords are words.
Yes.
You know, so when we cut it, and like Phil says, the truth cuts both ways. It's a double-edged sword, you know. And
that's right.
And if we quit cutting ourselves and stop chopping ourselves off at the kneecaps, maybe we can get it done instead of using the A word. I've made a conscious effort to stop using that word. I still do it every now and then, but you know, it's like trying to not have sexual relations.
A word.
They is what I meant.
Oh, the they word. Oh, yeah. Okay. Yeah. Well, words are magic. And so, yeah, we've got to figure out which ones they're using against us. And we do have to figure out how to stop using them.
Miles says we can change into what? somebody brought up Venezuela. That's a pretty hot topic recently. What did they say?
I haven't seen about that in over a year, so I ain't really watched much on what's going on over there. But it was bad.
Why does say make America great again? Alexander the Great. Seth Dominus says, make the markets great again, make Venezuela great again, etc., etc. Yes, self-inflicted wounds are insanity. Make America great again, like what period of time exactly? You know who commented that one? That was Miles, of course. Like the word blessed means to cover in bipod and prepare in for sacrifice. And prepare it for sacrifice. But we say it all the time. How about make yourself great? A society will follow. Yeah, very good.
Yes. Make yourself great. That's right. America never was great. It never was. It was before white man came along and killed all the damn Indians. But it wasn't great ever since because, I'm sorry, Lincoln did not end slavery. They just found a really sneaky way of creating money and enslaving everybody, and it's paid slavery. So America was never great. Get it through your heads, people.
Well, in the warmonger's mind, it was great, you know.
Well, in the warmonger's mind, it was great because they had all these slaves to do all the work for them. Yes.
Well, they still do.
Their American dream.
They still do. Now they're using shells, and they're using the shell game to make us unaware of it. And you know, the whole television. The television is the major proprietor or a propagandist of our culture. It's like Joseph Goebbels and the freaking flyers they used to send out, drop the leaflets out of planes in Germany. You know, it's the same shit all over again. The newsreels and you know that Nazi did to their people, that the Nazis did to their people. You know, in Germany, how they got the whole damn country in one freaking mindset to try to take over the world because they felt like they were repressed. And I believe all of that was a shit show theater anyway, just like it is today. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yep.
And why? Why is it that way? Because we've let it be that way. Because we are constantly bamboozled by the shit show shenanigans that they, shit show shenanigans. There's a good statement.
Bamboozled by the monopoly game of life. Puns intended.
The shit show shenanigans. I like that one. The shit. Okay. So, what do?
We keep doing all of the things that we need to do to ascend. We keep seeking and finding and knocking and asking and studying and learning, and we don't stop. Even if we lose internet, go to the motherfucking library, get some books.
What kind of weather are you precipitating with that kind of language?
It's hailing over here.
I have sunny skies. It's quite beautiful.
My Skies 5D wants to know, so if what kind of atmospheric storm did the Holocaust cause if we create our own storms?
Oh, well, I don't know. I don't think that they even checked or kept track of weather back then. It probably created a slew of crap.
I bet you it was a shit show storm.
Oh, yeah.
But yeah, the quadrivium or quadridium, I think, is what that sacred geometry decoded. I'm gonna share my super screen here. I gotta go to my super browser. Bear with me for a second. So yeah, Jerry, tell everybody about your duck shooting or your buzzard shooting escapade you were just on.
Yeah. The duck was under the thing that they lay eggs in. She was hiding. And the rooster was in the bucket out there, and the hen, I couldn't find her. I thought he got one of them, but then they came back around. I had to shoot at them, scare them off. I ain't seen them back, but if I have to, I'll shoot one hanging in the tree out there, so the other ones won't come around.
Are they turkey buzzards?
Vultures? Yeah, I mean, They just eat the dead, yeah.
Well, they'll eat the living if you allow them to, too, right?
Yeah, they will. Well, that's what they do. They catch them, take them way up in the air and drop them, knowing they can't fly.
Oh, really?
They'll kill them, yeah.
That's just mean.
Like a squirrel or something. They'll catch a squirrel, take it way up in the air and drop it. And they'll keep doing that till it's dead, then they'll eat it.
All right, I got this video playing. Let's see. I think my freaking Wi-Fi is not going to... Oh, I got to shut my Wi-Fi off my phone. There we go. Oh, Philip Langdon sent me a message. I got to find out what that is.
Canning apple jelly today. Got on my wine drain for the first time. Got all my seeds planted. I had to bring them inside. That duck loves them. I'll grow cherry tomatoes on top of the greenhouse. And she'll hear that door shut. She'll be so happy. She'll come around there honking. She knows she gets some of them grape tomatoes. She loves them grape tomatoes.
Listen to this. Phil just sent me a message. I got a message from you about Saturday. The thing is I saw it on my phone, and now I look on my computer, and there's no sign of it. My computer is seriously playing up these days. For instance, when I open a Word document, it gives me an old version of the program. I don't get it. Anyway, I mentioned before that I have, and I haven't even sent him a message, guys. Anyway, I mentioned before that I have been given the evening shifts in the weekends, so I can't do Saturdays. Wednesday and Thursday should be the days because start early, but have Fridays off for sure. They keep adding to my hours, though, and changing them at the last minute. So sometimes I'm off Thursday, too. The best day is Thursday evening for me. So, but I mean, I never even sent them a message, so I don't know what to do. Wow. Maybe that's all part of the social engineering, you know, trying to determine what who talks to who and everything. Okay, but can you guys see my screen?
You say yes. He was a mall cop?
Mall cop.
No, he's a maintenance guy for a mall.
Yeah.
I think that's what he said he is.
I know it's something with the mall.
Yeah, I called him Paul Blart. Yeah, he didn't know what I was
I love it.
I love referencing.
I love it.
Yeah, he didn't really understand what I was referencing, but.
Well, it's a good movie, so and yeah.
Okay, now the thing is with the pyramid, the Great Pyramid, the Khafre's pyramid. Did you guys know that the Great Pyramid is the one on the end, not the middle one?
Yeah, but I believe that's by that other picture though, because the angle of the picture, the way they took it, it makes it look like that one's in the middle. If you look at the different pictures of it.
Yahweh Noah. Eric R says that the issues I was just talking about with the Phil is because of a Windows update bug. Remove all versions of Office off your PC. Keeping it just the newest should fix it. Thank you, Eric.
Yes, thank you.
Okay, now this whole pyramid thing is just incredible. How it encodes the Fibonacci sequence, how it encodes the squaring of the circle, how it encodes. Remember when I was talking about the CERN thing with the Alice reader and the proportions? The proportions are 14 to 11, just like this, just like the Earth and the Moon. Wow. You know what I mean? So I mean they mimic that because it's within the and there I go using the day word. We mimic that by using the sacred geometry to make our things in our world work better or in line with nature. That's like how Washington, D.C. was built in concordance with those principles, you know, in the pentagram, the Pentagon, all of them principles. You know what I mean?
I just had an epiphany.
What?
That because it is we or us that is creating it, we and us are doing it so that it will give us incentive to figure the fuck out how to ascend.
Well, that's what we're working on, I think.
We wouldn't want to ascend if we were comfortable here, would we?
Right. And that's why we're in hell. I mean, that's the whole point. That's the whole point. You know, I'm still comfortable here because I believe I enjoy the challenge. You know, I like the challenge. And I'm serious.
Yeah.
I think that's why I keep returning here, you know. And I don't know for sure if I've been here before, but I have a very good inkling that I've been here before. You know,
I'm back from the future to help humanity.
And look at this right here. Doesn't this look like the winged disc? See this?
Yeah, it does. Yep.
And it's a 3, 4, 5 Pythagorean theorem. You know how to square a circle or how to square. You know, just what I'm talking about. A squared plus B squared equals C squared.
Yeah, right. You can do it with any multiple of 3, 4, 5.
Yeah, that's how you get your square on your building, right?
Or you can do it by 16.97.
Yes, he talks about that in this video too, and I'm not enabling the sound because I don't want to go to censorship school again. Copyright school.
No. Right. You must be careful not to get hit with copyright strikes.
Eric says, all I can say then is fuck me. What is that about, Eric? Are you trying to get in? Does anybody see him in chat? No.
I don't see anybody else.
Okay. But look, aren't these numbers right here? See this 0.272727272? Isn't that familiar as well? But why does the moon? Here's the Berry Center. Here's where he's talking about the moon. You would think the moon would, orbit the Earth at the center, but no, it's the Berry Center, which is like fifth in from the edge. Play it while the world burns and life goes extinct. And that's Miles talking about his guitar. He just wants to learn how to play the guitar. Oh, and there must be a hot show because we just dropped from 21 viewers to 13.
I like 13.
13 is a good number because that's the beginning and the end.
Yep, my Mayan number. I love it. I came in. First thing I looked at was how many was watching. It was 13. I was like, yep, I got to go in.
Awesome. Yeah. And what you were talking about, Jerry, about the Great Pyramid. Finish what you were saying now.
I don't remember where I was at, dude.
We were talking about how I pointed out that the Great Pyramid is the one on the end and not the middle one.
Oh, yeah, there's a picture like that because of the angle they took the one from. So I guess because it shifted over or whatever more than the other, it made it look like it was in the middle. Well, I see the Mandela effects too, but I also know there's a lot of trickery involved. So I'm always looking for the other side of the coin too.
Right.
But from what I've seen, there's that one picture that was our symbol picture of the pyramids, and they took that picture at an angle. It made it look like that one's in the middle.
My Skies is back, but are probably never even left. But what I want to say on that is that the middle pyramid is on an outcrop of stone that is 33 feet higher than the one that Great Pyramid is on. And I don't know why the number 33 is there, but it's pretty wild. But all of this geometry...
Parallel?
Huh?
Isn't it on the 33rd parallel of
yes,
our ley line?
So. 32nd or 33rd.
Something like that.
Does anybody know in chat which... Yeah, Yawa Noah. Why did you... Nawa, Yoa, Nawa, Wawa. Architect. Why did you change your name to Yoa Noah? And GT Lambeth says Genesis 1:1, 3.1415 pi.
Hi.
That's my buddy Trent.
That's your buddy Trent?
Yeah, you know where I was saying about bar means son of, or son of, like Bar Jonah. Well,
Yes.
Bar Jesus, son of Jesus, was, you know, spiritually could be us. But anyhow, I watched the video he gave me, and Barnabas, you know, it's son of the Father. So when they were saying free Barnabas, Jesus thought he was going free, but they were, you know, free son.
Barabbas. Yeah.
I'm gonna look up the Noah tribe stuff. Go ahead, keep talking. Sorry.
Well, I thought that was pretty interesting because I've been looking for that
Yeah.
Bar. Who was Bar Jesus? Who was the wizards?
Yeah. They were like, we want Barabbas. Yeah. Barabbas. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, if you
So
break the word.
are you guys familiar with this Noahide stuff?
I am. It's been a few years, but I am familiar, yes.
What are they about? What is it about?
Well, they still do the Old Testament. They don't go to the New Testament hardly ever at all, except for to back their Old Testament crap, which is very bad. You have to use both the Old Test and the New Test. You can't just do away with one of them, because woe to those who take away from or add to the words in that their book.
And they don't believe in Jesus, you know, do they?
And they do not believe in Jesus. Some do. There's a new movement that there are Jews for Jesus, but for the most part, no, they don't. They're still waiting because they want their Lord to come a warring, and our Lord came a peacing. So
people that put the book together have already muddied the waters. Drink a lot and build a big boat, Angel says.
You don't have to build a big boat.
Well, I don't know. Flagstaff, Arizona just got 3 feet of snow. Tell me that's normal. That's pretty wild.
Yeah, but the ark is your brain, so
well,
have your boat.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. I think everything that we manifest in our minds is manifest physically on Earth too.
That's exactly, which is why we have to change our minds. That's why we have to stop focusing on negative. When we focus on the negative, we're creating that.
It's the same it's the same scroll, just a different doctrine.
Look at it. I wonder if Salamis was my ancient ancestor.
Oh, well, hey, you are a stone. And on this stone I will build my church.
Yes, as Levette said that, you know, I may be part of, somebody's in here. I got, who is it? Who do we got, Eric?
You already got 2 temples, third one built without human hands.
What's up, Eric?
That's right. This third one is built without human hands because it's built by thought.
Yeah, you got 2 temples already on each side of your forehead.
That's right.
Right. I would agree with that. And, you know, which, hi, Eric.
Hi, Eric. I saw you come in.
He's muted.
Well,
sorry.
Oh, and somebody sent a message. He must have been like, let me in. Okay.
No,
I was like there for like 5-10 minutes. I'm like, okay, well, I'm just going to go to the bathroom. And that's when you unmute me.
Aww.
That'll teach you.
You look at the mic up.
That's what you get for going potty.
The program stays muted until I got back to the desk.
Were you guys? Is anybody aware of the ionic cubit?
Not yet.
The ionic cubit is 1.755648 meters of 5.76 feet, whatever that means. But I think that's the ratio of 5 to 8 or something like that. I'm not sure.
Sounds like a good way to throw a bunch of numbers at you to confuse you, so they make you think they know what they're talking about. And
we could always look up the meaning of the numbers. That would probably give us something.
Oh, you think so?
Oh, I know so. Numbers are everything. Numerology,
the book of numbers.
Yeah, the book of numbers. Yes.
Okay, ionic cubit.
They gave us a book of Acts. Did they give us a book of thoughts? The whole book.
The whole book's the book of thoughts. Yeah, they give you the book of Acts, the book of Numbers, the book of Judges. I mean, it's all there.
It is the radius of the circle is 5.2 centimeters equals 1/10 of the ionic cubit. Thus, the circles in the drawing that have been defined by the sketch match the circles in the type. What? No, I don't know what that means. Okay, the forearm is a cubit.
Bible Hub, yeah, go there.
Mm-hmm.
That's right. The forearm is a cubit. Yes, yes, yes.
Yeah, that's what God told Noah to build his ark in, right?
Yeah,
I think that has many meanings, though. That's how they taught him how to build radar. That's why he sprays shit in the air that radar can pick up on the winds and protect us from the storms coming.
Yeah.
I have no idea.
Whose forearm is a cubit, though? I mean, I got like a really long forearm, so is it mine or is it yours?
Well, it's just like your forearm is the size of your foot, so it's basically a foot. They just called it a cubit.
The forearm is a noun, masculine noun.
Uh-huh.
The forearm.
No shit. It is the size of my foot.
Yeah. Ta-da.
No shit.
What are you all tangled up in a pretzel right now trying to measure your foot?
Kind of, yeah. I know I got a size 13 foot, but I didn't know I had a size 13 forearm.
Well, there you go. Now you know.
Well, that's the golden mean too. Is your hand from your top of your middle finger to the bottom of your palm of your hand where your wrist couples. Your forearm is twice that too. That's the golden mean, the golden ratio. That's what all of Pythagorean's math is based upon, and that's what our whole existence is based upon.
His is 13 though, and mine's only 6 because my foot is a size 6, so mine's only 6 inches long. So I'm gonna jump right out there and guess that an actual cubit is 13 because 13 is huge. It's the beginning and the end.
Well, I think it had to work out all math. That was what they had to find. That was the answer they had to come up with to make all the math work in a foot and work out 8 feet and work out by the inches and work out by the square.
No.
NAS exhaustive concordance. Word origin, a prime word. The forearm, i.e. a cubit. Hour, 2 yards, 2. What does that mean? I don't know how to use concordance, so.
Well, yeah.
This caught my eye right here. It's wall, 72 yards, according to human. I don't know what that means. I'm going to look at it.
A wall is 72 yards.
Yeah, it's in Revelation 21:17.
Yeah, Joshua at the Battle of Jericho. He shouted, "Glory!" and the walls came tumbling down.
I saw a new heaven and a new earth, for the first heaven and the first earth passed away, and there is no longer sea. And I saw the holy city, New Jerusalem, coming down out of heaven from God, made ready as a bride adorned for her husband. And I heard a loud voice from the throne saying, "Behold, the tabernacle of God is among men, and he will dwell among them, and they shall be his people, and God himself will be among them. And he will wipe away every tear from their eyes, and there will no longer be any death. There will no longer be any mourning, or crying, or pain. The first things have passed away." Yes. What does that tell you? I never understood that before, but now I understand what this whole thing means.
But it also says it's not physical, right? It's not something you physically see.
Well, to me, this is talking about how you're going to die your death in the ego sense, in the in the manly physical attainment materialistic sense, and you're gonna be born again into a world of enlightenment, and you're never going to die because you're going to be part of the ineffable God. That's what this tells me now.
Yes.
Where I didn't understand it before. I was like, and in this good morning, good evening, good day, that's the triplicate, that other stuff that Phil was sharing with us with what, how all buildings and stuff, like all of the the cathedrals have the 3 doors in the front. How there's even the pyramids, the Orion's belt have the 3 pyramids. You know what I mean? So it's good morning, good day, good evening. It's the hero's journey, and that's what we're part of right now in life. Because you born, you live, and you die. As simple as that sounds, as complicated as it is, that's what it is. And he who sits on the throne said, "Behold, I am making all things new." And he said, "Write, for these words are faithful and true." Then he said to me, "It is done. I am the Alpha and the Omega, the beginning and the end. I will give to the one who thirsts from the spring of the water of life without cost." Wow. He who unbelieving of the abominable and murderers and immoral persons and sorcerers and idolaters and all liars, their part will be in the lake that burns with fire from brimstone, which is the second death. So if you don't die before you die, your second death will be the death that you will experience, and that it'll be the fearful death. Because isn't that what we all fear, is the death? You know?
Well, I don't fear the death. I'm kind of against the suffering that would happen before the death, but at the same time, at this point in my life, I would also welcome it, because at least it means the end is near. But I do plan to, according to my Vedic chart, I am fully capable of dying before I die, so that when I die, I don't have to die. So, woohoo!
Right. But I mean, this harkens that it's just the same story. I mean, in the next paragraph, it's the same story as the first paragraph, but worded different. The brimstone and fire, the lake of that burns with brimstone and fire, is where we're at in hell.
Yes.
Burns in your heart.
Fire, because it's hot. It's creation. It's physical sense.
Yes.
What, Jerry?
I say it burns in your heart. You know, the well of bitterness. You know, wormwood.
Yes.
The emotion. Yep. The abominable murderers and immoral persons. Okay, so do any of you guys think that you've been here before as a murderer?
I wouldn't know. I don't know about past lives. I just know that I'm back from the future to assist mankind. I'm not even here for my own self. So that's all I know.
I believe that I was a murderer this life. I murdered hundreds of deer. Somebody else is in the.
Paula, check the chat real quick.
Rodney is here.
What
up, Rodney?
Okay.
The chat.
Why am I checking chat?
Well,
somebody's in chat.
On the side.
Come to the river, Steve. When you get a chance, look up primer fields. I've seen that, my guys.
Wow.
Rodney, wasn't you asking about the planets when they're coming?
Miles chimes in with tiny hands make your penis look larger.
Oh Lord!
Hey, nomad.
What's up, Rodney? Murderers and immoral people.
Hey,
the whole planet.
Just popping in for a second. I have a family member in surgery.
I send good energy that it will go smoothly.
Yeah, hopefully
Thank you.
Gonna pull through.
I have a
go ahead.
Just a thing. Where are we now? Well, if you think about it, are you or are you not under star?
Hang on, you're breaking up.
Big time.
Robot man.
That's what happens when you got something good to say.
Duh, of course, right?
Try it again.
There.
Yep.
Are you currently, all of us, burning under the sun, a star?
Yes, we are.
Yes. Yep. And then there's also volcanoes that spew the fire and brimstone. Yeah.
Yeah.
As within, so without.
Yeah.
That's why I was telling you what dog meant in my Bible. People walk around, "What's up, dog?" You're really calling them a sodomite. You know what I mean? They know how.
Wow! I didn't know that. Wow.
It's a word. It's a word used for a male prostitute or a sodomite or I think Modenite or something.
Oh wait, yeah, I did. I just forgot. Right. Yep. Wow.
I am so going to use that. What's up, sodomite?
No, dude, no.
The fire from heaven. The fire from heaven really explains
You-
we live in an electric universe.
I think fire from heaven is the knowledge.
That too, but it was, you know what I mean, the energy of the plasma and the AC/DC, the electricity of the earth. It's an electric universe.
Yeah,
I
you
kind of
said
feel like that's why there's scars on the moon.
It's an electromagnetic universe.
Yes.
Does that mean anything to anyone?
Pink Floyd sung that, Magnets and Miracles. But yeah, well, Ozzy sung it too.
Yeah, Pink Floyd. Oh, wow.
Gary, he's talking about the stone picture here.
Oh, let me look at it.
Jerry thought you were referencing a song or what it meant.
Oh,
Obviously, where they got the Fruit of the Loom theme.
That's exactly what I was thinking, the cornucopia or whatever it's called.
We're all loomed together, ain't we? We're all one.
I went to Walmart the other day, and they don't have that on the tag anymore. But
I'm not sure, but I think it may reference the Tree of Life.
This right here?
That's the upside down cross.
Was it?
Yeah. Wasn't it?
This is from a school from 1939. Here's some more of that school. So you have this up here in the center top.
We're two peas in the same pot, Angel. We see through a prism, kind of. I think, too, like the Floyd cover. Right. I agree with that.
Yep.
Then we have pine cones up here. Notice that?
Oh, yeah. I seen that right away when you sent it to me. This is a reference to the Tree of Life, I believe.
And then there's 4 of them. You see that?
Yep. But there's actually 3 in each, right?
I think you have 1 here.
Yep.
1 here. 1 here. 1 here. And I don't see any up in the top.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We only see the 2 in the middle. You're not zoomed out far enough.
I was watching something the other day where somebody was explaining that triplicate symbolism that's everywhere as being the one side is the masculine, one side is the feminine, and the middle one is the combined.
Yes,
right.
you can look at it that way. You can look at it that way, or it's the hero's journey. It's the beginning, the middle, and the end.
The good, bad, and ugly.
Yep.
It's not a very good picture there.
That's a school, huh?
Yeah, 1939.
Although I don't understand why they would have 2 of those triplicates if that was the meaning behind it. Why it would be doubled up and then a single up at the top. It's like,
Right. Let me see if I can find another one real quick.
Maybe they didn't get the memo.
Maybe they didn't get the memo. I love it.
There we go with they.
Yeah.
Right. Yep.
Maybe we didn't get the memo.
Right.
Hey, Jerry.
Us and them, Pink Floyd.
Yeah, Jerry. Touche, pussycat, touche.
Come on, dude. Put your stones on the table.
My stones is always on the table. I'm knocking my stones together all the time. Are you sharing again?
Let me get off here. I got to go back to Zoom. Oh, actually, hang on.
So, Rodney, you remember you say something about the stars coming at us are red, going away are blue. I believe that's what I learned, too.
Yeah, red shift. Yep.
Yeah. The red and blue barber pole.
Who still has a landline phone?
if it's basically, though, I've been taught, though, if that's what we've been taught, then it's the opposite. So
yeah, I agree.
Them coming.
The land of reverse.
Yeah.
Parkway, driveway, Iceland, Greenland. It's all backwards.
So I'll give you your screen back. Hopefully.
You done?
Yeah. I'm gonna pop out here for a bit, and if I don't see you guys again, I'll see you on the next one.
All right,
brother.
Thanks.
Always good thoughts.
Thank you. Yep.
All right, and now get this. This is the next verse in that Revelations is. Then one of the seven angels who had the seven bowls full of the seven last plagues came and spoke with me, saying, "Come here, I will show you the bride, the wife of the Lamb." Now, what do you guys get out of that? A whole lot of sevens in a bride and a lamb, right? And who is the bride of the Lamb? What does that mean?
Any takers?
No takers on that.
I'm sorry, you'll have to run that past me again. I was in the chat room there.
Then one of the seven angels who had the seven bowls full of the seven last plagues came and spoke with me, saying, "Come here, I will show you the bride, the wife of the Lamb."
Oh, the seven chakras are the seven bowls or whatever, the seven chakras.
Plus, it's the seven hermetic principles.
Plus the seven hermetic principles. Yep.
Seven chakras, seven audio tones on the solfeggio, right?
Yeah.
Seven visual spectrum, light spectrums that the human eye can see, right? 7 days of the week.
Yep. 7 days of the week. Yep. Any seven.
What else? There's 777. Sevens everywhere. Sevens in heavens. That's why 777 is affiliated with heaven, right?
Yep. That's right. And the Sabbath rest is when we rest from all our works, which means coming against and judging all the bad in the world.
Sorry, go ahead.
When you've come to the knowledge that everything you think is wrong, and everything that you speak about creates bad stuff, then you finally figure out, well, I don't have anything left to say then, so I guess I'll just sit and have my rest now, my Sabbath rest.
Yeah, and that's the Sabbath, the seventh day.
The seventh day rest. Yep. And then you have your peace and shalom.
Let's hope so.
Could be 7,000 too.
Miles chimes in and says, "Self-fulfilling the prophecy for the benefit of all of religious people. How good or prophetic is an actual prophecy if people make it come true?" Very pertinent, like someone drawing a blueprint. And here in the Emerald Tablets, it states in Tablet 12, the law of cause and effect and the key of prophecy. "List, O man, to the words of my wisdom. List to the voice of thought the Atlantean. Conquered have I the law of time-space. Knowledge have I gained of the future of time. Know I that man in his movement through space and time shall ever be one with thee all. Know ye, O man, that all of the future is an open book to him who can read. All effects shall bring forth its causes, and all effects grew from the first cause. Know ye, the future is not fixed or stable, but varies as cause brings forth an effect. Look in the cause thou shalt bring into being, and surely thou shalt see that all is effect. In the great beginning there grew the first cause that brought into being all that exists. Though thyself art the effect of causation, and in turn are the cause of yet other effects. So, O man, be sure the effects that ye bring forth are ever causes of more perfect effects. Know ye the future is never in fixation, but follows man's free will as it moves through the movements of time-space, toward the goal where a new time begins. Man can only read the future through the causes that bring the effects. Seek ye within causation, and surely ye shall find the effects." That was perfect, Miles. That's exactly what I was going to say next after I was done reading that.
Yes, cause and effect. think, what we think we say, what we say we create. So we have to stay positive.
So yeah, and it's not only that, it's through action brings forth good return.
Fruit. Good
Yeah,
fruit. Yes.
right. What do you say to that, Runky Monkey?
Well, what does it say that? Don't it say all flesh should be saved? But yet it also turns around and says no flesh will enter into the kingdom of heaven. Well, I mean, right there, you automatically know that kingdom's inside you.
Right.
But our dreams on the inside and our dreams on the outside just don't match up yet. And we're all trying to fix the problem.
Right.
As they that started ahead of us have unlocked a lot of doors for us, knowing the measurement of a cubit, knowing the math and how, what if that's what we were given, that book, a compass and a square, and you figure it out. When God said, well, you made a dust of earth, he's really saying you made these elements. Now you figure it out, because you can't put old wine in the new skins.
Bring it, brother, right?
What if they're bottles though?
Yeah, they're bottles. Well, they had to do that to make the message in the bottle song match up.
Yeah,
because we are the key. I mean, if we are the key, you know what I mean, and we all have our own message, how do you get out of how do you break the curse, or you know what I mean, overcome it, if all of our thoughts got to be together? And that's what they're doing with Sophie. All of everything we say on here, everything we do, everything we look up, everything we chat goes running through that one brain. And
well, Sophia is actually knowledge. That's what Sophia means.
That's why we come here, to learn things like that. Something I might spoke that helped somebody else, and somebody that spoke helped me. There's a lot of people I owe gratitude that have helped build me, that helped wash me clean, that really give me my true baptism of the knowledge.
Right.
Because God of Israel had the God of Israel had the voice of noisy waters, and the seas are roaring, and people running to and fro and can't find the word of God because they won't stand still, you know what I mean? But yeah, we still got to eat from this tree and soak up, because Jesus said, my people being destroyed for lack of knowledge, so it's upon our own hands to put forth to learn the things that reign true in our thoughts.
Yeah, in the beginning, the serpent said, you shall not surely die. You need to know this stuff. Mm-hmm. How do I know? Because in Mayan, I'm the serpent.
You are true energy for sure.
I say, you need to know this. You need to know this. Period.
Isn't it funny how Vesica Pisces, the two circles are interconnected and everything's in the middle of that? The center of all things, remember?
Right, yes.
And if you looked at that thing, that graph we were looking at last time with the sky map, if you look to the left, you see the one ball. You look to the right, you see the other ball. And if you look in the middle, you can actually see how the two wheels of that merge, they come together. Like, I mean, how they made all the math and gave it, because it said every star has a name, and I guess till they actually give all these stars the name, prophecy's not fulfilled. We didn't do our part, because the Bible says, another word for judgment, ordinance or order. God says, my statutes and ordinance, and do them, that it's on us to put forth the works.
Hi, Lynn.
That's right.
Glad you can join us. I'm just saying hi to somebody in chat.
We have to force the flesh to do what is right, the ego to do what is right. Yep. Yes.
For some of us, man inside really hates the outside man. He's like, smoke that cigarette, drink that beer.
Well, that's why you got to blow up the outside world, man.
Yep. Chris Cornell.
Yep.
Now I was thinking
that. Old son. I wonder if I'll get a freaking copyright strike for singing. What do you think?
You won't get a copyright song. You won't get for singing it yourself. You won't get copyright.
And Shinedown, what was that song? Please Don't Erase Me. And I never really thought about that song too much till I started thinking about the Lamb's Book. What that really means in the physical world, in the cosmos.
That whole YouTube school, copyright school, though, is a joke, man. You see the shit I put that. That's exactly what YouTube school is, or the censorship school, or copyright school. That's the video they make you watch.
The one key thing in that video they didn't tell you is that you need to put a fair use warning in the front of your video, and then you should be a lot better off.
Yeah.
When you don't have that fair use warning in there, they'll hit you.
It's in every video when you upload it under, because you got a choice when you upload videos on YouTube. You got these choices for copyright license. You know what I mean? And mine are all under fair use, because that's what
they put
my default upload setting is for fair use.
Okay, so that's an option in your channel settings, and now.
Yep, and
I'm
then
gonna have to go relook.
What is that Greg Braden, or the guy is so freaking greedy that he didn't even watch the video. He just knew that they must have a program or something that notifies them when their video is being uploaded by somebody else, and they just blanket the whole system and say, if anybody has this, I want it taken down. Is what it is, because guy's got a freaking corporate headquarters. You know what I mean?
They did.
It's all about money. And that's all they care about.
They're pretty much in their death rows right now.
No, not really, because everybody on YouTube now is propagating Gaia. Everybody. Rex is now. All of them are. They're all doing it. They're all propagating Gaia now. Every one of them.
Huh. And isn't David Wilcock just left them and stuff, and all the other...
Right.
Thought they were going under.
Right, no, because David Wilcock wanted to go out on his own now. He's got his own live stream thing going. He calls it Pineal Ascension. That's his new channel. And there's good information there, because he's talking essentially about the stuff we're talking about, and how everything is synchronicity and how everything is interconnected.
Yeah, he just released all the aliens.
But I was watching his channel. He got $1,000 freaking live chat, super chat.
Wow.
I was like, what the?
Just one
person. One person, $1,000. I was like, holy shit.
$1,000, or was that $1,000 in their money? And it
no, $1,000 super chat from one person.
Well, you only get half of it, right? The other half.
They only take like 5%.
No, they take 30%. It says it right on their site.
That's what I thought.
30%?
30% of all.
Damn near half of it.
That's why I only sent you $10, so they wouldn't take all of it.
Well, I thought it was around 40% as well, or whatever. I thought it was closer to half too, but then I made that comment to Thor News, because
the best you can get is 30. They only take 30%, and if it's meets certain criteria, they probably take more. But
oh, really?
More likely. It's
in their bylaws stated that way too, I bet, huh?
Yeah, they have some kind of BS lingo in there.
Yeah.
Like this condition, blah blah. But yeah.
And I'm knocking YouTube, but I mean, if it wasn't for YouTube, I wouldn't be talking to you wonderful people, so I guess I can't really.
Yeah.
And it's not really YouTube that censored me. It was actually the guy. And my point is that if the guy would have freaking looked at the video, I did nothing but promoted his channel, and his information, because I wasn't making money off it. I put his name in the description. I put the video link in the description, and I even said it before I even showed his video.
And I thought you weren't monetized.
I'm not.
So told you, it doesn't have to be monetized to get it to.
No, I was monetized. I demonetized my channel as soon as I found out about the divine union and the great work. Because if I'm trying to make money off of selling my truth, then does that make it right? That's my point. I know we all have to make a living, but I got a job for that. You know what I'm saying?
I think that, like we talked last time, one of the true meaning here is learning charity. The real love of work.
Very true. Very true.
Oh,
look at this. Little Levin giving me $19.99. What'd you do that for? Oh my God. I love you, man.
Aww.
Thank you. That's nice.
Did I miss the
You,
1999
now you know the bitch of that is that I got to get another $85 to get that back out of YouTube because they hold it until you get $100.
Well, you got $7 from mine.
Yeah.
They
Yeah,
hold
just
it.
recently
They
hold
have
it.
$100. That ain't
Yeah.
right.
Through the AdSense program, yeah.
When I had that YouTube channel, I was doing moto vlog stuff and whatnot, and man, I would have videos that would do all right on views and whatnot for having like only like 300 subs or something like that at the time. But I'd be like, oh, okay, I'm gonna get like a check for like $5, something like that. It was like never ever got a check after like a year of doing it and having more subs than that. I don't think I ever got an actual check from YouTube. It was like the money just never like occurred up anywhere. It just like went away. Bye bye. It's like no longer there. You made $5 here, but we don't count it. So fuck off.
Did you look at your AdSense that was connected to your channel?
Oh yeah. I mean, it always just went away. The money was just, there was never anything. All I ever had was whatever was in there for the last 30 days, pretty much, and then it wasn't enough.
Little Levin, I was only kidding about the $100, man. I appreciate you donating. Thank you very much. You know, I really appreciate it. Love you. I mean, you always make pertinent comments and contribute to the knowledge of us, and that's what's most important. Not money to me. Yeah, knowledge is more important to me than money. But I appreciate anything you did.
Since the money topic did come up, what's up with the trip, Steve? I was gonna actually send you like $100 the other day for the trip through PayPal, but I just had the idea come through my head, but then I stopped myself. I probably should have.
No kidding. I already went out and bought goldfish.
Yeah. Oh, God.
No, the trip I still want to take. I'm trying. Today I'm going to work my wife over to get the keys because we got a brand new car, and she doesn't want to drive my truck for 2 weeks while I'm driving her car all over the country. And like Paula said, my wife is a little apprehensive about me driving all over the country. But, it's something I want to do. And, I'm not doing it for nefarious things either. You know what I mean? I'm doing it just because I want to experience it.
I know I want to see you.
Yeah.
What's wrong with your truck?
Because my truck had cost me 4 times more in gas.
It passed everything but a gas station.
Right.
If the truck is 4 times more expensive than the car, and the wife won't let you take the car, she really, it doesn't sound like it's going to happen.
No, it's going to happen. I'm going to do it, dude. And it's going to be before the end of this month because I mean, March. It looks like here it's going to be cold all through the middle of next March. So
you can get a good deal on a car. Like they're like $200 for like a full week if you pay for it.
Yeah, but they charge you by the miles, don't they?
No.
Either way you get it, it depends. Yeah.
No, I've never been charged by miles. I've taken rental cars from Tennessee down to Florida and back and stuff, and never had to pay mileage. It's always.
My advice is to keep.
Little Evan says, "Let's make it a road trip for the family. I want to see you, buddy." My wife has the beginning of March off, so I might just do that.
Yeah,
don't show up here on the 12th.
But I mean, I'd have to. We'd have to sleep in a hotel and everything. I was planning on sleeping in the car. I was going to bring an air mattress, because we have a hatchback, and I was just going to sleep in the car.
Huh.
You know what I mean?
I'd wait until you're done shoveling snow first.
Well, that's what I'm doing right now because I'm making money doing that. Yeah.
Right.
I've got $1,000 saved up so far. So.
Nice.
But I figure over 2 weeks it'll cost me around $2,000 to travel around. And
wow, yeah, that sounds about right. Yeah.
But I mean, with the car, because we got one of those new Nissan Rogues or whatever, so it's very, very good on gas. It's not a hybrid or nothing, but it's very good. But here we'll read the next thing that list, O man, while I speak of the future, speak of the effect that follows the cause. Know ye that man in his journey lightward is ever seeking escape from the night. I, from the blackness of night that surrounds him, like the shadows that surround the stars in the sky. And like the stars in the sky space, he too shall shine from the shadows of night. Ever his destiny shall lead him onward until he is one with the light. I, though his way lies midst the shadows, ever before him glows the great light. Dark through the way may be, yet shall he conquer the shadows that flow around him like night. So that's just like the Revelations was talking about, but in a different, different context. That we're all in search of the light in this dark, hellish world of physical manifestation that we find ourselves in. And I don't see it that way, that it's all hell, but a lot of people do. What are you guys' thoughts on that?
Wow.
Well, that's
We're
where
in hell until we're not.
Yeah.
Well, that's where, and I think it's Genesis 28, where it talks about, it says, well, in God's awesome place, but then the reverse word for that is in God's dreadful place. So where you live is kind of dependent on the way you see things. I mean, some people, yeah, they're more fortunate than others, but it's not the life you's given, it's how you choose to live that life.
Very good. Very good. Very
Yes,
good.
to whom much is given, much is expected, and all that jazz.
Mm-hmm.
Very good.
I don't like people expecting much of me, so.
Well, only what was given to you will be what will be expected of you.
The man with 5 talents.
Yeah. Yep.
It wasn't nothing about money.
Right. And
they called it talons or talents. Talents. Talent.
Hi,
Yeah.
me alone. Nice to see you here.
Someone look up the name.
Says, I think if we are the fallen, then we are all on hell currently. Yes, and we are.
Yes.
I mean, the demiurge created this realm for this reason, for us to experience hell so we can ascend out of it.
Yes.
And that's the hero journey we all face. And some of us just don't want to face it.
Yep. Can't tell a man what red a blind man what red looks like, or tell a man they never ate chocolate what chocolate tastes like. I mean, unless you walk this and live this life, you would never grow and understand these things.
They do it though because they think it's too hard. They think that doing the spiritual stuff and being truthful and honest all the time is too hard. But we need to learn that look how crappy your freaking life is because you can't keep track of all your lies and how hard it is to maintain that shit. Now, which is easier? Which is easier? Come on now. Can I get a witness?
Right. How can I know what I said when I don't know what I said because it was all bullshit?
Well, that's why I say that the truth doesn't need to be remembered. The reason that they make you study in school is to brainwash you. But you don't have to study the truth because the truth just is.
There you go, rebuilding that truth again.
That's right.
It's self-evident.
Self-evident, yes. Thank you for the witnesses. Can I get at least 2? Yeah.
Well, BS is BS. If you're full of it, then that's there's only one way to live, and that's just being truthful. Because if you live that way, you don't have to second guess what you said before, right?
To thy own self be true means to say the truth as often as you can know it. As often as you know something about the truth, be that, speak that. Yeah.
So if you don't take the bull by the horn, he's just gonna shit on you.
That's right. You best get out the way.
People willfully ignore the truth in favor of their delusion of reality. That's what a belief is. And yes, that is why lie is in the middle of B and F. My truth is my truth. Yours is yours. No. There's only one truth, guys. One truth. One.
That's perception.
There's one truth, though.
Get there.
Yes.
There's one truth,
we wouldn't have our own individual truths if there wasn't the one to build from.
That's why
I think that's the biggest misconception in our world today is that your truth is not my truth, and this truth is not his truth, and that truth and their truth isn't their. You know what I mean? It's a bunch of confusion that we do not need. We just got to know that, you know, truth, as severe and as merciful as some see it on either end of the spectrum, is the truth. So be it. You know?
That's a tool of separation right there. Think about it.
Right.
That's
separation. Exactly. We're just trying to come together as one. We can't do that with all these separate truths. That's Babylon.
What I do a lot of, what I try to do now is I try to think, like, when I hear something or like think about something, like, okay, is that really the truth, or is that just something that's there to separate, you know, people from getting to the truth?
Yes, it is. It's another,
it's part of the construct, though. It's part of hell. Think about it, guys. If it weren't for that hell, what would we have to muddle through to get to the great beyond, to be one with ineffable, you know?
Yeah, you got to earn it.
You got to earn it.
Channels lead back to mainstream.
Correct. If we came into this world knowing everything, came into this world knowing what the truth was, knowing what the path was, knowing, you know, this or that, what would be the point? There would be no point of being here.
Right. This would just have been heaven, which is what you get once you've accomplished hell, you know.
Right.
You don't.
So the hero's journey would be irrelevant. The trifecta of life would be irrelevant.
The key to the bottom of the pits let you out.
Yeah. You don't.
The key to the bottom of this pit is the abyss is actually within us, right?
Mm-hmm.
Well, it's the inside world and the outside world. Then we got to remember there's a spiritual and a physical.
Yes. Little 11 makes a good point. She says, look at how they have divided our truth movement is. You know, meaning
that's what I'm talking about.
Yeah, that's exactly what we're talking about, is how everybody's truth seems to be different, and just because I'd rather stand alone in what I believe is true, and, you know, than follow somebody else's indoctrinated truth. What I mean by that is everybody has that perspective, right?
Yeah.
Whatever you think is true, you're going to stand alone if you really believe that. And I think that when I attach belief to my truth is where I go wrong. Does that make sense to you guys?
Yeah, because if you believe in it, then you receive it, be it good or bad.
Yeah, but I mean, belief is where we've gone wrong as a collective, I think, is because we've all tied belief into something that may or may not be true, but we believe it to be.
Well, I think our main, he is the truth, the way, and the life.
Yes.
Well, that life is a big key right there. That's a creed or a religion, a way of living in harmony.
But it's light, not life, right?
It's both. I
have life more abundantly. Yes, life.
But I've heard light too. Yeah, I remember light back in the day, because that's why I thought, well, hell, you can't get through that glass, that molded looking glass up there, unless you are light.
Right.
It's like all these people in the truth movement that are saying don't go to the light, and you know, you got to find a way out of the matrix that isn't of the light. But that is counter intuitive to me, because everything is existent because of the light in the physical sense. So why would it not be the same in the spiritual sense?
Exactly. Well, you know cause and effect. They want. See, we have had bad seed sowers that have crept in unawares, and they are claiming that if you go into the light, you'll get recycled back into here, when the truth is, if you don't accomplish what you came here to accomplish, you will get reset, you will get sent back.
Where is it in the Bible?
How will you know if you passed or failed if you don't go into the light?
Well, I don't think you have a choice anyway.
You don't have a choice. That's Babylonian BS in my book.
I don't think you have a choice. If you don't accomplish the divine union or the great work before you die, you're not going to accomplish it afterwards, because
That's right. You have to do it before you die.
You got to get sent back through the hell system to
Well,
learn that.
Where's that come out of the Bible that we are recycled? Because I thought we just slept. We were in the ground sleeping with our fathers.
Right.
But somewhere.
That's exactly. That's a good point, Jerry.
Somewhere, because we're all individual special stars, you know, and that's why all them stars out there got to have a name. And that was the whole key to them figuring out the measurements of the earth, to figure out the measurements of the cosmos, to put all these stars in their perfect timing of how the whole clock keeps running. But that's the devil's main trick, you know what I mean? He wants you to believe he's doing everything in his power to make you believe it's hell. You know what I mean? That's like that story about the guy that went in the church with the gun, you know what I mean? He's like, I'm gonna kill everybody, and they all got run out, but a couple of them, and then he's like, why didn't you leave? He said, because God is my shield, and he put the gun up and said, well, let's have church.
Came in 8:30, says endless rebirth until time of the return of the sons and daughters of Adam and Eve.
I am covered in
Lies are of Satan.
I never had a joke give me goosebumps before. Holy shit. I fucking love it.
What? What are you ha-haing about? What are you talking about?
Oh, he said a thing. Say it again, brother.
That was awesome, Paula. I love that.
Say it again. Say it again.
Well, say it again.
The guy went into church, and he said he's going to kill everybody, and everybody got up, run out of the church, except a few. And he says, well, why didn't y'all leave? He said, because God is my shield. And he says, good. He puts his gun up and says, well, let's have church.
Let's have real church now. We got rid of all the. Yes, let's have church now.
Sorry, Jerry. I was reading chat. That's why I didn't hear you say that, man.
No, it's fine. I remember saying you before.
Yeah, you've told me that before, and I thought it was as good as Paula made it sound.
It was. I have to start telling that joke because that joke says a deep, deep thing.
Read this right here, guys. Read this right here. The squaring of the circle is a stage on the way to the unconscious, a point of transition leading to a goal lying as yet unformulated beyond it. It is one of those paths to the center. Booyah! The expression squaring the circle is sometimes used as a metaphor for trying to do the impossible. The term quadrature of the circle is sometimes used to mean the same thing as squaring the circle, but it may also refer to the approximate or numerical methods for finding the area of a circle. Now, the metaphor is just like the allegory or the algorithm, right? I mean, you have to make up
allegory, algorithm. Love it. Continue.
What did you just say?
Allegory, algorithm. I never put those two together yet. I got hung up on that. I was like, wow, I love it. Continue.
Yeah. But yeah, this is so the Earth is a square in this guy's this is sacred geometry decoded right here. This channel we're watching right here without the sound. And I'm just
the middle one looks bigger.
Yeah, the middle one is bigger though, or it's taller, but it's not bigger. The top, the Great Pyramid, Khufu's pyramid, doesn't have the cap. It doesn't have the capstone on it. But this one, the middle one is on a 33 foot outcrop of rock, where the Great Pyramid isn't. And this is where the confusion of the pyramids are switched or mislabeled or whatever it comes from.
Hey, what you said about squaring a circle to find true center, isn't that what I said the other day? Because you never be able to find the center. X marks the spot. Unless you put a square around the circle, you would never be able to draw the X to find the true center, would you? Because you'd always be off a degree here and there. It'd be to find the perfect center of it.
Yeah, to find the center but that's where the Vesica Pisces comes in, because all of the geometry, the Platonic solids, all geometry is born from the Vesica Pisces. The two circles interlocked.
That damn MasterCard.
Right. It's all born from that.
Master symbol, ain't it?
Uh-huh.
It's like the master symbol, like all their geometry.
It is. That's why it's called MasterCard. Yes. It is.
Exactly.
It is very true.
God will gather up his elect from the four corners of the earth.
And no one by no means shall stop him, she, it.
She, it.
She or it, you know, whether you want to call God a he, a she, or an it. No one can stop it. So can they stop us? Hell no.
Is that where the word shit
no, I
comes
won't
from?
go.
Huh?
What, Eric?
You heard that song. I spoke to God today, and she was something. Now, damn, I just lost it. Then I spoke to the devil, and he looked a lot like me.
Yeah,
what's that song?
I don't know, but I need to hear it.
And I spoke to the devil, and he looked a lot like me. I have to remember what song that is.
What was Eric saying?
What is this right here? What is this symbol, you guys?
Wasn't Eric saying something?
I forgot now. Don't worry.
Ah, damn it. You're supposed to think, you're supposed to remember it over and over again in your head until you get to say it.
We all got ADD.
Well, that's why we're here. Literally.
Right.
We are civil.
Wow.
What are you saying wow for?
Some of the pictures you come up with.
Right?
We in the ball.
He finds all the good
pictures.
But you see that, what is this symbol? Does anybody know what this symbol is right here?
Dinner bell.
God is God real.
Mm.
People who can see the truth are always killed and persecuted.
So in this picture you found, they're specifically pointing out these two items that they're unsure about, I guess.
Yeah, I keep hearing it dripping, and I hope my freaking camper ain't leaking somewhere. It's kind of irritating me. That's why I keep looking over to the side.
Better find it.
Okay, we got a half an hour, guys. So if there's something you guys want to talk about, get it out now.
It's like that other picture, dude. I soak on it for a long time. You know, that picture of the body, and then other ones, you know, I just...
Oh, with all of the symbology in one?
I think these ones are put there. These ones I think are put out there to confuse you. There's like so much symbology that you'll never really make it out.
No, I believe that
no,
this is the language of the gods right here. This is what we used to be able to understand.
Study it. You study it.
Words.
See how the cube's in here. See how the cube's in here. See how see how this cube. See how that cube on the one side was scattered. Please report any unfairness to the proprietor. This is a square house. Oh, that's a plumb bob device, isn't it? That's what that thing was.
Yes,
that's a plumb bob.
That's the fishing line. I'll make you fishers of men. The red thread.
They're both plumb bobs, aren't they? The stone which the builders rejected. Oh, wow. Look at this. Yeah. I thank thee that thou hast answered me and hast become my salvation. The stone which the builders rejected has become the head of the corner. This is the Lord's doing. It is marvelous in our eyes. This is the day which the Lord has made. Let us rejoice and be glad in it. Save us, we beseech thee, O Lord. O Lord, we beseech thee. Give us success. Behold, I am laying in Zion a cornerstone chosen and precious. The very stone which the builders rejected has become the head of the corner.
Now that is the Cancer constellation, which is also the chariot, the Merkaba.
Isn't that in Fomalhaut or whatever?
No, Fomalhaut is at Aquarius. It's opposite.
Yeah, but she can no. Lovette says that the stone which the builders rejected is Fomalhaut.
Well, she does. But she's probably wrong. I love her.
Why? Because you're right.
No, she sees it from a different perspective. I see it from the way that I have learned it. The stone that the builders rejected is going to be the stone that the builders rejected. Now, Christ came and was laid in a manger. He had no crib for a bed because the little Lord Jesus manger was placed in the Cancer constellation, which also is the heart. And
where do you get that from?
In
where
the
do you get that
Cancer,
whole thing from?
Google Cancer constellation and manger cluster.
What did I mean?
The manger cluster is also considered in some to be the beehive. And so the Christ was laid in a manger. Now, he rode into what? Bethlehem and Jerusalem on a donkey. Well, the two eyes of the Cancer constellation are the southern donkey and the northern donkey.
But that whole story is talking about us riding in on asses, as
on asses, as asses, yes.
Yes. And the two eyes are the two eyes in our forehead, are in our heads with the our temples, more or less, right?
It is also the well of souls. So I am also very literally the woman at the well.
That was, what was her name? Rebecca?
I think so. That sounds right.
I didn't know 1 fathom was your wingspan.
Yeah, and that's something.
Wow.
Yeah.
2 fathom is to understand. Wow, that's pretty wild.
Yeah.
Dome of the Rock, third temple. That is the friggin' stone. That's what Miles said. Yeah, they shall stumble because they disobey the word.
A cornerstone can't become a capstone, right? I mean, if it's a corner, it's a square. I mean, if it's capstone, wouldn't it be the triangle on top?
I think all of that physical stuff that we're talking about, though, is pointless, because I think what the allegory of the Bible is really referring to is that what we see in this realm as devils or Satan is our in our realm, Satan is God, whether you want to believe that or not. That is the truth.
Well, I mean, he does all things. Well,
actually, it's the same God, because it is. He said, "I am the beginning and the end. I am the Alpha and the Omega. I am the first. I am the last. I am He." It is one individual. He started out all judgy and hateful and spiteful, and then he came as Christ and said, "Look, I've learned a thing. Throw that shit out. I am here to say it is fulfilled." How can I say that? Because I wrote that shit.
The terrible God, awesome God, same one.
That's right.
I've tried to say that for a long time. Yep.
Yeah, it's a truth.
That's why you do your Lord's Prayer and say, "Lead me not into temptation."
Right.
He is the order and the chaos.
The ineffable, though, is the zero, the unknowing, the unknowable, the one indescribable. The one after the zero is the creator of our world, the demiurge. Right?
Yes.
Am I right about that?
The lion-headed serpent, the demiurge. Yes.
Right. So that's our God in this realm, is the demiurge.
Yes.
So
and
that's
I know
separate.
from whence I speak, because in Western astrology I'm a Leo, and in lion I'm the serpent. So lion-headed serpent.
Go ahead, Eric. You got to be a little louder talking with us on the line.
Yes, holler, boy.
So it's not our God; it's the God of this realm.
Yeah, but it's the same one. That's the point. You can't lose the war when you're on both sides. I mean, we ought to learn that.
Right on. Yes.
Right. Very true.
I love it. That was good. Nice. Thanks.
Yes, ma'am.
Wow.
Lynn Hansen, Miles Tigg, they are also building their third temple. They're talking about, in chat, they're talking about Trump recognizing Jerusalem, the third temple, the one world religion, and NWO. Bush already signed the freaking Noahide laws.
I pay zero attention to any of that stuff. It's like,
you have to, but you have to pay attention to that stuff. The reason, the epiphany that I had like a couple weeks ago was that the reason that we have these laws that we look at and we go, wow, that's some stupid fucking shit. We need these laws. We need these laws to teach us how stupid they are so that we might rise above them.
I'm wondering what kind of precipitation is propagated from that language.
I don't need that stupid law for.
There is no such thing as a cuss word. I am not telling anybody that I'm going to perform some black magic on them and cause them to look dead when they're not so that they'll be buried alive. Speaking truth in love, and I do it in love always, or I wouldn't even open my mouth, is what I do. And it is just as powerful as the negative. So it sounds bad to some, but it isn't.
Well, that's like saying GD, but really he's saying God hold back the water.
Right. God hold back the waters. Yes.
I think the whole us speaking religion, is
these words they call cuss words are only words of expression, so that you know how strongly I feel this. Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. Sometimes it's hard to explain.
I have very strong emotions, therefore I cuss a lot. So
yeah, so do
but
I.
It's not cussing.
I
It's
swear a lot.
Not to on a live stream is my point.
And swearing. That's like, I swear to God, I'm not lying when you're actually lying. That's swearing. Don't swear by your own head or someone else's own head, the Bible says. Don't do that. Just be honest. It's like, I have a little bit of an issue while we're on the subject with people saying to be honest, because as I was growing up and in my 50 years, anytime someone started saying to be honest, they were using those words to create a lie in their head that they were about to tell me. And so if you're being honest, you don't have to say, well, I'm about to be honest with you. Go fuck yourself. You're about to lie to me. I learned that early on in life. Now it's become a thing, and everybody, like lemmings, is saying it. And they really should hold their tongue from saying it, because I'm telling you here and now, those are the words that a liar will use just before lying to you.
Well, to be honest with you.
To be honest with you, I knew you were going to do that.
No, I just rather. Hey, Paula, I love you.
Honestly, you look really slim in that, honey.
Swearing on my live stream.
No. You tell them. Do you? No. I also came up with this one. When somebody says, "Do I look fat in those pants?" You say, "Well, do you want me to tell you the truth, or do you want me to lie to you?" Because if you want me to lie to you, you're asking the wrong person. Now, if you really want me to answer what I think, yes, you look fat in those fucking pants.
Hey, I'm gonna be blunt now. Quit swearing on my live stream, please.
Oh, okay.
I was trying to be nice, but
the question is, why do they ask when they don't want the answer in the first place?
I will do my best. Exactly. They want you to like them.
That's where the Twix candy bar comes in, and you just stuff it in your face real quick, and you don't answer.
There's a bitter truth.
No, right. That's why I came up with the saying as a young child. Do you want me to tell you the truth, or do you want me to lie to you? Because I would always get in trouble for saying the truth. And yes. So you're just setting me up to get in trouble. So, okay, I have to think of a way to combat this in a way that will fit everyone. And, I'm just sharing what I know with everyone here in a passionate way. I will try to tone it down some.
Well, no, you can be as passionate as you want. You just try not to swear, because I have to make a conscious effort not to too, because I'm just like you. That's
yeah.
I agree.
Why do you think you're appealing to a young crowd, Steve?
No, I just don't want people to be offended by language, because some people think,
I'm not on my own.
I don't care what other people think anyway, but I just want our message to go.
It'll turn them away
to a broader crowd.
Yeah, it could. Yes. Yeah. Thank you for reminding me about that, because I just get it so enthralled with the truth. I don't think about it when I'm on somebody else's channel. I'm not on somebody else's channel very often, more often now than before, but yes, I do need to be reminded to keep my mouth shut when it comes to what other people conceive as cuss words. Yes.
Right. And This is our channel. My channel is your channel. It's my casa is su casa. So
apparently not. I can't cuss on your channel, so I will do my best. I will do my best. I have to know that it's not my channel, it's yours. So don't try to tell me, oh, it's my channel too. No, I do have to learn. I accept the correction that when I'm on somebody else's channel, I can't act like I'm on my own. So thank you.
Well, I wasn't trying to put you in your place, Paul. I just don't want to.
You needed to, apparently, so shut up. It is what it is. Thank you.
I love you. I love you.
I love you.
But,
there was that judgment. Righteous.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, Miles, Noahide laws state to follow the Jewish Messiah or have his head chopped off.
I'd be like, where are you with the guillotine? I'm done. Where is it? Bring the guillotine to my porch.
Yeah, but I don't believe that's really what they want. God loves his people. Jesus loves me. This I know.
I think that all of the stuff tied to I gotta address this before this is over because we only got like 15 minutes. The Masonic Lodge, the Masons, the White Brotherhood, the White Lodge, whatever. All of these groups, these secret societies, sure, they may have factions that are of the nefarious. I believe they were all started though in good intent. And I just want to get that out. And I want to make sure everybody knows that I believe, and here we go with that. I believe again, but I think that these groups were made or started to help in the ascension process. That's why all of this information is there.
Yes. And they were for healing. There were different sizes of pyramids for a reason, because depending on what your ailment was, would depend on which pyramid you would go into for healing.
Yeah, it stated.
They would play different vibrations in each one.
In the Emerald Tablets, it's the same thing. And if anything to me is the word of truth, for me now is, the whole path I've been on recently is a great work or whatever. And it's no coincidence that this book that I have right here, this Emerald Tablets, it was scoffed at repeatedly by tons of people. You can debunk anything online, but I mean, the whole book is exactly what I've come across from Phil, from the Bible now. I mean, the light is the way, is the key to our salvation in the sense that once we become one with the ineffable, I believe that we have no worries.
When you become one with the truth. Yes.
Yeah.
The one truth. We have to come together under that one truth, or it will not happen. Please hear me, people. If we do not stop pointing the finger at each other out here in the YouTube communities and lying and starting drama and all of that, it will never happen. Every video you will make will be for nothing. And I'm seeing something with the pyramids now. I'm seeing the Last Supper painting and how they fashioned people sitting at that table. And so I'm seeing Jesus and Mary there at the center pyramid, because it's got the same W motion there. From that angle, it has that same angle in that Last Supper painting. Go look it up. If you guys
now, remember what Phil said about the giving. You have to give. You have to give it. You have to give it. When you build your pyramid, you have to give it measure. Did you just see what this last thing was up here?
Wow.
I'm sorry. I'm being distracted by somebody's messaging me right now on my phone, and it's driving me crazy. So
please
I apologize.
focus. What do you want us to focus on?
How this states in I don't know the context of what he's talking about here, but he's talking about a pyramid, and he's talking right here. Earth, geo equals Earth, and the metri, met equals measure. Do you see this?
Oh, wow.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. And if you're following Phil at all and what he's talking about, when you take your pyramid and you build it, see you need clay to build bricks, you need bricks to build a pyramid, and you need a pyramid to give life measure to and then you add truth, and then you're capped from above, right? I mean, that's pretty much what he says, right?
Yes, the capstone, the truth that the builders rejected has become the cornerstone. Yes. The capstone.
So, I never put these two words together like this, like, you know, the etymology of what geometry means, you know.
Wow, me either. That's beautiful.
That's the real big thing about our language is we say so many words that we really don't know what the true meaning is. We only know what we're told they mean.
And then that picture, go back to that other picture where it's showing the sun, the moon, and the earth.
I like that
in
too.
Alignment. Nope, after that. Yes, that is a blood moon eclipse.
That's what he always talks about too.
That's a blood moon eclipse. That
you notice how often he brings that up?
Huh?
You notice how often he brings that up?
Well, yeah, because it's friggin' important, because according to the Bible, that pesky little book that people want to throw the baby out with the bathwater, those are warnings. Whoever can see it, whatever land it's passing over at the time that it's happening, it belongs to that area's spiritual warnings about not being in balance, the scales of Libra, with the truth. That will set you free. The only thing that will set you free is the one truth. Nothing else will by no means save your ass. I can say ass, right?
But go on, I got to text somebody real quick.
I'm done. That's what I had to say. Runk probably wants to add to it. He can go for it.
I was just going to say it's going to be a bittersweet truth. And, you know, the angel ate the scroll, sweet like honey, bitter in belly.
Yes.
I wonder if that geometry works up, you know, on them pyramids where it changes from 2D to 3D to 4D. You know, because remember how I said about, you know, and building something when you took a house and you turn the angles back the other way, it went to 17. And you wonder why they added 5 inches to the 12. Which, with the 2 angles coming together, you know what I mean, which in a drawing makes the house 3D instead of just look like a box with windows. But they say the same thing about them numbers on that thing. It all works through the computer too.
Yeah.
And the Hebrew alphabet, by the way.
Yes.
The Hebrew alphabet's got encoded in it, just like the code of the algorithm code of a computer. You know, the 0,
well,
1, 0, 1.
They call it the Aleph-Bet because God is the Aleph and the Tav. So Aleph-Bet. Yes.
That's the one center letter, right? The Aleph.
It's the first letter. Aleph is the first.
Yeah. The alpha.
Aleph is A. Alpha. Yes.
Yes. Okay.
Oh, we're looking at it. Let's see that. Oh, that's a George Washington picture too, ain't it?
Yeah.
That is in the front.
Yeah.
Because we was talking about that last time, the picture on the top.
But you see over here on the left where people are getting bitten by serpents or snakes?
What?
Right, yeah, or stabbed.
On the left of the picture, there's a bunch of serpents or snakes biting people. And so the reason that the serpent has to be lifted up on a pole is because people need to be able to get bitten by the serpent that has the truth in order for the truth to be the anti-venom to save them. I hope I said that right.
Yeah, it's just like the freaking like the inoculations or the
yeah, it's like where inoculations originated from. Yes.
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 But do you see the polar opposites in this whole picture everywhere? I mean, look at the sun, moon. I mean, it's everywhere. And they're always on either side, you know.
The God of this world is a woman.
The code, the prayer.
Yes.
The harlot, the freaking the mother.
The stairway to
You see
heaven.
that?
Yes. Yeah.
Temptation, divination. It's just crazy.
Well, the true temptation is to come against the truth that would set you free.
Well, isn't that what we're guilty of in this life? I mean,
yes, that is the unforgivable sin that causes the Holy Spirit to leave the temple, that causes the soul to leave the body. I just said a thing.
Is that the ghost, the God host?
My freaking thing is
also
leaking.
Cancer constellation is also in some cultures called the soul, the well of souls. Yeah.
So what do you think about where it says the flesh is up and the beast is down, and they one breath? When the flesh die, the beast die. That we might see ourselves as beasts. How do you not take the mark of the beast when you are the beast?
Right, you are the mark of the beast, and the mark is the lie.
That God's going to kill you.
Yeah, you shall not surely die for knowing the truth. Yes.
All right, guys. But yeah, may I suggest you go to this SGD, this guy's channel, and watch a couple of these videos, because everything we've been talking about is pretty much, in essence, a microcosm of what is put forth in these pyramids and the measurements. I mean, it seems that these ancient builders have encoded into the pyramids the earth, the moon, humanity, everything. I mean, it's everything. The cosmos, astronomy, and it's just amazing that it's been there the whole time. And people want to say that they're this or they're that. My opinion on the pyramids are they were built as gateways, as center community hubs, and as symbols for the world itself, you know. And they're built so they will stand the test of time, so they can send the message through the cycles that we apparently have to go through in this world.
Isn't that the one Brandy put on here on her comment that what we just watched?
No, she had a different source. I don't think it was the same.
It was long. One was like 4 hours or something. But
yeah, that was a different video that I've seen. That one she sent though.
Yeah,
and right on the money. Where it's pretty much exactly in line with what I was just showing there. But hey,
square is powerful.
Yes. Yes. We got to think outside of the box. So don't do what everyone else is doing. You know, it's like, oh, I'm making this video to come against, and I'm going to say it, Pizzagate. Yep. But you're not thinking outside the box when you're doing it. Therefore, you're doing it from inside the box, which is within the realm of them being able to use your energy against you and keep Pizzagate going. Think outside of the box. Do the opposite that you would normally think was the right thing to do. And that will be the right thing to do, which is don't make the video.
Refuse to be divided, because a house divided and you know, no matter what somebody else, I'm not going to be divided.
Divided we stand, or united we stand, divided we fall. Right. Yep.
That's so true.
We have to stay united.
Right. And I don't know. What do you think, Eric?
On point. Nothing else to add. You guys said it all. It's easy to say. It's harder to do.
Very good point.
No, it's not hard to do. What's hard to do is not doing it, because your life will be an utter living, burning hell until you get a hold of the one truth that is unchangeable. That will set you free. So to me, that's the easy way out.
All I got to say is
living in that dreadful place to that awesome place.
Yes. And I'm doing that right here, married to my narcissist husband. I'm not going anywhere. I'm going to stay here and bloom in the shitstorm. And I am going to stop judging him for being who he is, because it's not my place to say where his soul is on his journey. So if I can't bloom in the shitstorm, then I am no one.
Well, they wake up, what, the dead in Christ first, then the church, right?
That's right.
Well, it looks like from TV.
And if he wakes up,
waking up,
if I leave and he wakes up, then I missed it. I would love to see it. So I'm staying.
Pray that I'm worthy to escape the things that come.
Yeah. Yep. That's right.
But
I can't hear it.
If you can read my sign back here, be a special export.
Yeah, we couldn't see it. I can't.
I've been looking at that, dude.
You see this?
Can't see it. Yeah.
Yeah, bring it closer because I'm on a tiny screen.
Special export.
Light.
Yes.
Interesting.
Yes. Yes.
On tap.
Nice. I love it. Nice.
Yeah. But yeah, thanks everybody in chat. I appreciate your joining us, you know, and I hope we haven't bored you.
And when I said it was harder to do it, I meant by breaking the program, and we've been all
under, yeah.
The system of a dam.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Right.
Yep. Yep.
You guys are all awesome, and I love you all.
If two or more agree.
Gary Baxter,
right.
Yeah, wasting oxygen.
I'm giving it back, man.
You guys rock, man. You all rock. And, you know,
Yes,
I rock because I am a stone, of course, you know.
Yeah, right on. Love it.
There's that fine line between judgment and ego.
Right.
There's a fine line between corny and funny.
Every time I play my drums, I go up to my kids and I say, "So, what's it like having a dad for a star?"
I wanna add before you end this that there is also a fine line between love and hate, because how can you say that you hate someone you never loved?
Well, what is that saying? It's better to be lost in love than not loved. What is that saying?
Well, I don't know that saying, but I made my own up. It's better to be pissed off than pissed on, because if you get pissed on, you're going to get pissed off anyway.
You took that from
me, Jerry. Good one, Paula. What'd you say, Jerry?
It was better to love and lost than not loved at all.
Right on. That's right. But you can't say that you hate somebody that you don't love first. So whenever somebody out there on YouTube is saying behind closed doors and to other people, I hate this person, well, what they're really saying is that they love them.
Well, you want to know something? I'm going to be passionate as hell, and I'm going to go against my own rule. I fucking love you. Good night.
I fucking love you too.
What? No, wasn't that White Snake? How do you know when it's love?
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. Nothing's missing, and it never ends or something. Nothing's broken.